Welcome to the World Register Report. The World Register is an independent news source providing truthful, unbiased, and timely reporting of people, places, and events. Commentaries are also provided on selected stories from time to time. In a report by the Associated Press today, U.S. President Donald Trump spoke to a joint session of Congress last night with House Republicans cheering and Democrats mostly sitting silently. In the speech, hailed by House Speaker Paul Ryan as a home run, President Trump covered a spectrum of topics including military spending, healthcare, tax reform, and honoring those killed in military service or by crime. Vice President Mike Pence said on MSNBC's Morning Joe that President Trump showed the nation broad shoulders, big heart, reaching out, focusing on the future. President Trump also stated that Americans should be able to choose their own health insurance instead of a plan forced on them by the federal government. He went on to say that this should be done through tax credits and health savings accounts as part of his commitment to repeal Obamacare. President Trump signaled that he is in favor of a tax overhaul that would not tax imports from the U.S., but would tax imports coming into the U.S. President Trump stated, quote, "Currently, when we ship products out of America, many other countries make us pay very high tariffs and taxes. But when foreign companies ship their products into America, we charge them almost nothing." The AP reports that Democrats are accustomed to jeering at President Trump as he, quote, "veers off message, advances false claims, or resorts to personal insults," unquote, although no examples were given. The AP goes on to state that since he did none of those things during the speech, President Trump somehow gave the wrong impression of how he conducts himself as president. Again, no examples were provided by the AP of how his behavior contrasts with what he said last night. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, Democrat of New York, echoed the accusation by stating President Trump's speech had an air of unreality because what he said tonight was so different than how he has governed in the first 40 days. Again, no examples were given for this claim. Not mentioned in the AP report was President Trump's emotionally charged condolences given to families of those killed in military action or those who fell victim to crime. Also, some of the women attending the speech last night, sitting quietly on the left side of the House, wore white. White was worn in the early 1900s by a women's suffrage movement. It was unclear why these women, some of them giving the thumbs down during the speech, wore white and what harms they are trying to overcome. Reuters news agency reports the U.S. Dow Jones Industrial Average reached 21,000 for the first time on Wednesday. The report said that last night's speech to Congress by U.S. President Donald Trump lifted investors' optimism. Bank stocks surged on hopes of an interest rate hike, and industrial stocks soared as President Trump stated he wanted to boost the economy with a $1 trillion spending proposal on infrastructure. Since President Donald Trump's election, bank and industrial stocks have gained the most, and the Standard & Poor's 500 stock market finally broke out of a stagnant trading range it has been mired in since December 7th. Gold, as expected, dropped as investors become more optimistic about the future of the U.S. economy. As reported by Reuters news agency today, United Kingdom's Prime Minister Theresa May's Brexit plan suffered a setback. The House of Lords voted 358 to 256 to amend the European Union Notification of Withdrawal Bill. The bill was proposed to enable the UK to leave the European Union. The vote now requires the UK government to protect, quote, European Union citizens currently living in Britain, including their residency rights, within 3 months of triggering exit negotiations. Prime Minister May's Conservatives do not have a majority in the upper chamber and hoped to pass the legislation without changes. However, with a Conservative majority in the lower house, the UK's government can try to overturn the requirement. That's it for now. Please check out the links and be sure to subscribe, like, and comment below.